everybody, welcome back to Crazy RC. Today's video is going to be on the LOSI DBXL, as you can see, and it's going to be regarding the shocks. Been seeing a lot of forms up there of the shocks just being real weak. You could literally pick this thing up maybe half a foot from the ground or foot and drop it and it'll slam against the floor. I mean, you can see they're pretty weak. So pretty much on this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I did that did enormous change without even having to upgrade to the 5T shocks and stuff like that. Not everybody's got, a whole lot of money to be wasting on shocks. I'm just showing you how the back and front works. Just real weak. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to take one apart. Now, here, this whole thing was to try to take one apart so you guys could see. It is a little different from the LOSI 5T, the actual shock inside. For example, one of the differences is that the LOSI 5T has like these little diaphragm that go on the top, and of course the front and the rear are different. Also, your cap has a breather tube. Now, the LOSI DBXL doesn't. This part here, I actually take it off the buggy, and then I went to go ahead and attempt to open it. But for some odd reason, when this thing got put together, it was put together tight. And when I mean tight, this should be something that you should almost be able to take it off by hand. Usually I'm able to do that. With these, no luck. You're gonna see how I'm gonna attempt to open it by hand and stuff. Now, unfortunately, when I did take it apart, it wasn't there in the house. It was somewhere else, and I wasn't really able to record it, but I did take pictures to show you like where the O-rings are at and how empty it was and stuff. You could see there, I'm giving it everything. The front ones were actually, I was able to let them loose by hand, but not the rear. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to show you how you actually open it, but it's really not that complicated. You'll see a couple of pictures coming up next. Pretty much where the O-ring's at, and the fact that I just emptied it, kind of cleaned it with a rag real quick inside and added the new fluid. There's a picture there just showing you there's one O-ring on the cap. Then you're going to see pretty much the spring, the cap, the bottom support for the spring, the inside of the shock, what it looks like. That's pretty much it. After that, you just fill it up, and this is actually the fluid that I use, and it worked amazing. It's a huge difference when I drove it, when I tried it. You could see here. You could see how stiff it is. You can't really tell how much pressure I'm doing, but I'm doing a lot of pressure compared to what it used to be like before. I'll show you the difference between the front and the rear. Hopefully you can tell the difference. I definitely saw a difference later on in this video. Actually, this is the front here. You'll see how easily it moves. You can tell it's just loose. It's just incredibly loose. And then this is the rear again. I'll also do a demonstration of dropping it from about a foot to 2 feet from the ground, and you'll see how it just pretty much lands, doesn't even slam against the floor or anything. I'll do it in slow motion and stuff as well so you can see it. And like I said, that I paid $14 for 2 bottles of those. You need 2. Pretty much one whole bottle goes in the front between both shocks, and one whole bottle pretty much goes for the 2 rear shocks. And like I said, it was only $14. It was only 14 bucks, and it was a huge difference. This is the liquid here. I believe it's made by Team Associate. It's called Factory Team Silicone Diff. It's 6,000 CST. I paid about 14 bucks for both, and everything. The driving, the car was a lot, more stable. As you can see, you dropping it to the floor, it won't even slam against the floor. The other one, If I would have dropped it less than that, I could hear it slam straight flat on the floor. So, I mean, I hope this helped a lot of you out there. Another thing was that by adding this fluid and the shocks getting a lot stiffer, I could actually adjust the shocks to where it's actually doing something instead of having them like from factory. I had to adjust it all the way down and to actually make them work, and all the pressure is really being on the springs. The shock really wasn't doing it much. So I really hope that this helped a lot of people. Please remember to like and subscribe to my videos. And if you need any other help or questions or got any questions, just go ahead and comment on the bottom and let me know, and I'll do my best to answer all of them. But I mean, there you can see that on the video in slow motion, it does not hit the floor. I mean, so I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and that you know, you guys like it and subscribe. Hopefully with time I get a lot more viewers. Alright everybody, well, thank you for your support and for viewing my videos. Y'all have a nice day.